I think we had a pretty good week of practice. Really good on Tuesday. Thought it was really sharp today. Wednesday was okay. Not as sharp as I'd like to be on day two, but guys are ready to go. Looking forward to it. Questions?
NCAA has a couple of things they're voting on here. This early signing period. If that were to come to pass, do you think it benefits kids more or the schools more?
I think it benefits the schools more. I don't think it's in the best interest of the student athletes. I think it just benefits us more. We can lock them up and then worry about the next one. I don't. I'm not a proponent of an early signing. I like the process we have right now. I think change is. Everybody thinks it's going to be good, but I think it allows people that have 20 scholarships to lock down 15 of them and then go. Take their 10 assistant coaches and go just focus on those 5 and love them up in a way that really is not fair or real. So I don't. There's so many kids transfer nowadays. You read the transactions. Kids are transferred all over the country, and they're making bad. Kids are making bad decisions, and I think the faster we make a decision, the worse it's going to get.
You mentioned yesterday you guys are going to be you're going to have to pass the ball more, effectively against Georgia Tech based on their defense. What have you seen, on film without going too specific?
I just think they're firm up front. They're very disciplined. We can talk about run defense. They know where their gaps are. Their front is strong. They can two gap. They can be in this gap and then work over and be the guy to the next gap. So I just think they're very physical, strong up front. They are disciplined. I think that's the biggest thing.
Is Simmons maybe the best pass rusher you've faced this far? In Tony Simmons?
You know what? It's hard. We'll let you know after the game. Really, I mean, they don't have a lot of pressure on the quarterback at this point. But Patrick Gamble really is the guy up front that I'm most impressed with. But they're good all over. They wouldn't be a good defense if they didn't have more than one player.
Nate hasn't been sacked very much. I mean, how much? Obviously, it's the offensive line, but it seems like he also does plays a big part in that too. I mean, what do you think?
It's just like if you give up sacks, you don't give up sacks. If you're giving up passing yards, is your pass rush, your 4-man pass rush good enough? And it's the same thing at quarterback. It takes an offensive line to protect you. It takes the quarterback throwing the ball on time and knowing where to go with it. If you're sitting back there and can't make quick decisions, you got a problem. And it's also the receivers. If they're running good routes, you can get the ball to them, and you're not slowing the break, making the quarterback slow and throwing the ball, then you get hit. So really, first game of the season was probably the worst sack we gave up.
How's Coleman doing at quarterback on your scout team?
Thayer did a nice job. He really did a nice job. He's tough. Obviously, didn't get a lot of work on defense this week just because of that. But probably the most important role that we had this week was that the old linemen always block. It's a different scheme, but the quarterback's a hard one to play. Trying to get him to do a little bit of reading. A lot of times we know what the read's going to be, so we try to tell him just so we can play faster. But Thayer did a heck of a job, and he's my player of the week as far as the offense goes.